So that's the XTool M1 laser, and I showed that a couple of weeks ago, I think, when I got it out of the box, and I didn't really show how it was used. And now that I practiced a little bit, I want to show you some of the things I found that I really like. That is the air purifier, and I'll need that because I plan on doing an engraving that's going to take a while, and there'll be a lot of smoke buildup, and we'll just see if we avoid having smoke out here to breathe. Also, I want to show you what happens by using the laptop, and I'm not going to do it with the camera. I've got my video capture software on there, and hopefully I can make this work so you can see the steps. And this is very, very cool. I love this kind of thing, and once I accomplish this, hopefully, I'll show you something that's even cooler. So I need to get this back up on the camera boom, and we'll carry on. Alright, you're looking at the bed inside of this machine. I've got a piece of birch, and what I want to do is engrave one of the turnings I did. I took a picture of it, I've imported it here, and I want to scale it down to fit this disc, and I want to make a little wall hanger, and it will be the, well, let's just do it and you can tell me what you think it is. And you can see a little laser dot right here. It comes from over in the corner. You can sort of center your work, but honestly, that's not even that critical, and you'll see why here in a second. So I'm going to start the software on my laptop to capture what goes on there, because to me that is a very interesting thing as well. Watch what happens when I close the lid. Here's the file I want to use. That is it's a picture of the great illusion that I made. Well, I can actually size that to fit this. I'm going to try to get everything covered that I can. So the next thing that I need to do is measure the height. So it's measuring that height. It says it's 0.375. So I need to find my settings. Alright, I've got the settings. I'm going to do 53% power, 100 millimeters a second. So now I hit process. I'll hit framing. Alright, that's pretty close. And now we're going to go ahead and hit start. Once this happens, I don't think we need to watch the laptop anymore. Okay, it is all done. It's got some texture to it. That lighting's not really good, but I don't think it looks too bad. So, most of us wood turners end up with little pieces like this. I could actually turn something out of this piece, but I think I'll make a couple slices out of it, and maybe we'll make some coasters. This kit came with little discs like that. That was in the package, but I'm going to make a couple myself. Be right back. Got to cut them on the bandsaw. Alright, there's one. about that? Looks pretty cool. I did this one too. Alright, well, it's just from a scrap of my wood turning, so it definitely can be tied together with wood turning, and I just did that. So I don't sell my wood turnings, my bowls or anything, but occasionally they get given as gifts. And I just thought this would be a nice idea because it came with these little gift tags, or they could be used for anything, but I think I'll engrave a couple of these. I've got a gift I'm giving away here soon, plus there's some birthdays coming up in the family, so I think I'll make some of these and I'll show you how easy it is, again, to line something up on the piece. So I'll get it in position down here and I'll move over to the view that you'll see on the laptop. So you can see I created some text there, and I'm going to drag it onto the piece, get it lined up, and I started thinking, well, you know, I want to make 7 or 8 of these and I want them to be exactly the same. So I've got an idea I want to try. So it looks like I could just put some down here and go around and line them up, right? Let's see, they look kind of crooked, don't they? Well, I did that on purpose because this is a very fascinating trick. So we do one more? Let's try it. Alright, I'm going to go back over to the laptop. I'm going to close this lid, and on the laptop you'll see what happens. Well, look at that. So normally you would have to take these and kind of move them around and then rotate them, because I didn't do a very good job of lining those up. Well, this is a little thing they have built into the program, and this is in the manual, but I saw my buddy Phil do this and it's like, wow, it was just kind of blew my mind to see that. I just well, you know, I like this technical stuff. Those do look pretty scrambled, that's for sure. But if I highlight that one, and if I go up here where it says Smart Fill and click on that, watch what happens. See that? It just filled them all in. And they're pretty much almost all perfect. I do see this one here just out a little bit, and I could leave it or I could do this. Like so. That's not too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and process this. Look at all that. That looks pretty cool. We'll frame it. Sorry it looks so funny over here, but you're looking through that laser glass, which really works good. Well, there you go. I know it's kind of bright there, but they look good. There you go. And I've got a few things here to show you, and I think most of them turned out pretty good. And then I'll talk about some things that I really like about it, and then a couple things that I was surprised that I ran up against. But to start with, here's that great illusion, and the trick with this, even with the actual piece, is having it in the right lighting so it shows up. It's there, it's just hard to see, and these LED lights make it really hard. I did these little coasters, and again, if I hold it like that, you can't see it, but you kind of can, like so. And then this one looks good. I did a piece of cork just to try it out. Did a really good job on that. And this is one of the pieces of wood that comes with the kit. I did this tree. You can see the really prominent grain kind of distorts the look of it, but still not too bad. And these little guys here, that was really a lot of fun to watch that happen. And pretty much you could have them like that. What it does, it seeks out a similar shape, and then it puts it in there as close as it can. They may not be exactly the same, but you really can't tell. So that worked good, and that was pretty cool. So the things that I ran up against that surprised me was, while I was doing one of the wooden coasters there, it told me I had to stop and clean the machine. Possibly I didn't put the air purifier once, and I'm thinking, oh, it must be really dirty in there. So in order to clean it, you have to take this metal plate out. No big deal, right? There's five or six screws, little teeny things, and for the most part, this type of equipment has been coming with Allen head screws. And I was thinking, okay, that's going to be good. Nope, it was a little teeny Phillips. And it's also where you can't go straight down on it. It's underneath this shelf. I had to get a little screwdriver, and it's all I could do to get them loose. Flipped it over. You have to flip it upside down. I looked at the lens. It really didn't look dirty. What I saw was, maybe it was a sliver of wood, or I don't think it was a cat hair, although we have cat hair all over the place. But this isn't anywhere where the cats are. So I just clean that out of the way. I went ahead and used a soft Q-tip, wiped the lens down, and it worked fine. And speaking of that lens, this focuses itself with mirrors. That's why you check the height with that beam. And I was saying that you center your piece using that laser. If you already have the thickness adjusted, and the machine does that, well, then you could use that to center it. But if you don't, your image is going to be off. So that beam was strictly in there for the focusing. So I know that that laser is doing all its work based off of mirrors. So that's something to consider. But they do a good job. You just have to make sure you get it focused. That's what I have found here. Other than that, this thing works like a charm. It comes on, goes over where it's supposed to, goes back and homes itself. I think it's pretty nice. I also think if you were engraving or cutting and you didn't have the air purifier, you certainly would want an exhaust fan pulling this out of here, because I think potentially this will dirty up that lens. So that's about it for today. I still am considering trying to figure out how to cut the vinyl. If anyone wants to see that, I can make a video on it, and then maybe combine it with the rotary accessory that comes with it. So I appreciate you watching, and do not forget, Friday is wood turning videos. So if this is not your cup of tea, I am not stopping on making wood turning videos. So until the next time, I'll see you later.